Okay, this is a lot closer than I thought it would be, actually. Hey everybody, Mr.Catface here, and it's time for another death battle. I've been hyped for this one for a while, so, we got Terry McGinnis versus Miguel O'Hara. I'm so much of a nerd, I already know both their real names, I don't know what's the video yet. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I love both of these characters. If you guys already know, it's Batman Beyond versus Spiderman 2099. So, thoughts beforehand, I think Batman Beyond's gonna win. Just beforehand, just think that. I'm trying a very different setup than usual, so hopefully that goes well. Yeah, so, I'm gonna try to set it up. Okay. Hope this will go really well. 3, 2, wait, should I go? Should I? Go, yeah. Go like that. Okay. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
The future. Everyone wants to see it, and why not? It has robots,
Jaws,
cars,
Terminator,
and of course, superheroes.
Flash.
Yeah, the future still has those, but they're even cooler because of all the sweet gadgets.
Like Terry McGinnis, the Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond.
And Miguel O'Hara, the Spiderman from 2099. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Of course, it's Spider-Man. I kind of assumed that. Ooh. Ooh.
Terry McGinnis was your
I'm so excited to get Odell.
high school student.
He went to future raves, complained about future problems, had a future girlfriend.
Until one fateful day when Terry got into a fight with a group of jokers.
What's he got against comedians?
No, a gang called the Jokers. You know, like the Joker.
Ah, but with a Z, because it's the future.
Well, naturally. After possibly
sorry about this,
motorcycle chase ever put on television.
Yeah, it's cool, he's got a helmet.
Terry found himself inside an isolated mansion owned by an elderly billionaire named Bruce Wayne. He stumbled upon the most important revelation in his life.
Bruce Wayne is Batman! Oh, what a surprise! Well, more like he was Batman. He'd retired from crime fighting years ago, because, you know, age is a bitch.
Wait a minute, after decades of secrecy, a punk teenager just happens to stumble into the Batcave? For crying out loud, if he'd found my secret lair, he'd have been vaporized on the spot.
Yeah. Anyway, Terry's roller coaster of a day.
Yes, because Wiz had a secret lair like that.
His dad got murdered.
Dad?
No, that's not. No.
Dad!
Oh no!
So he did what any emotionally charged teen who wants to avenge their dad would do. He stole the bat suit.
But not the old cape and cowl of yesteryear. This was the latest and most advanced bat suit. Terry McGinnis didn't just become the all-new Batman. He was Batman Beyond.
You ever wonder what would happen if Batman got a hold of an Iron Man suit? It's basically that, and damn, he looks friggin' rad.
The Batsuit's nanotechnology greatly enhances his strength and provides several thin yet strong layers of ballistic and environmental protection.
And he can fly! He can soar faster than a speeding future car, and he's really nimble in the air. Plus, he can always give his punches and kicks a literal rocket boost.
The suit sports over 24 other gadgets for combat and espionage. He has a wrist-mounted grappling hook that can extend over 50 feet. There's a cloaking device, a lock decoder, finger microphones, climbing claws, an underwater breather, thermal and binocular vision, extendable spikes on his arms, flashbang grenades, triple-weighted bolas, a buzzsaw, and even retractable tweezers.
Splinters are no laughing matter. And don't forget all those sweet batarangs. These new-age ninja stars are even sharper and more compact than before, and they come in a variety of delightful flavors, like explosive, ensnaring, and electrifying. Terry's got a solid throwing arm, and can even disarm multiple opponents with a single shot. But if he's feeling a bit lazy, he can always just use his arm launchers to fire batarang discs.
Also, when anyone gets in too close, the whole suit can act like a man-sized taser. The electric
and
shock
reflect
is strong
stuff
enough
like
to stun
webs.
people's
That's why I
slice
think
of
Batman
animal
Beyond is
DNA
gonna win.
and short out heavy machinery.
And since Miguel O'Hara's web's made out of DNA, he can absorb the DNA and learn stuff. Yeah.
Martial artist with plenty of training from legends like former
cool.
Robin Dick Grayson, totally real ninja Kairi Tanaga, and the former
Totally
Dark
real.
Knight himself. Well, once he got over the kid stealing his suit, of course.
Bruce Wayne doesn't just serve as Terry's mentor, he's also a constant source of advice and information on the go through his direct link to the Batsuit.
Isn't he also somehow his father or some kind of thing? I'm not sure.
Not exactly the world's greatest detective, at least not compared to the old man.
Bruce is extremely intelligent and an expert analyst.
What are they giving him Bruce Wayne as?
Not only does it host one of the most powerful computers on the planet, it's
based on those stats, it sounds like they're giving him Bruce Wayne. I don't. Miguel O'Hara doesn't have anything like that.
Who Bruce used to be, having an old guy barking orders in your ear sounds annoying. Like your dad's always looking over your shoulder, or at least
the last one. I just read the last one.
Well, Terry is Bruce Wayne's secret son.
I was right,
In an effort to ensure there would always be a Batman, government boogeywoman Amanda Waller had secretly overwritten Warren McGinnis' reproductive DNA with that of Bruce Wayne's.
So like, he was just
which makes no sense.
Wayne babies? It's like all the fun, but you could get out of any child support case. And bonus, I guess Terry's father technically wasn't murdered. Good for him. Also, he's got all the benefits from Bruce's kick-ass genes.
Even before going through combat training, Terry was a skilled fighter, strong enough to send opponents flying with a single punch.
Lift it up.
In the suit, he's strong enough to lift large I-beams.
That's a large boulder.
He's even survived getting his leg trapped under Bruce Wayne's trophy penny.
What's so special about a penny?
Just look at it.
Holy colossal currency, Batman!
The penny's
that's from the Almost Got Him episode. I just did a YouTube proof on that.
1940s. This means the penny is likely composed of bronze and weighs around 166 tons.
That's more than enough to crush all the bones in your foot. But not Terry. He was up and at him like nothing happened. I mean, this guy's tough enough to take a missile to the face and then fall hundreds of stories. And all he got out of it was a couple broken ribs. What's a penny as heavy as 33 monster trucks gonna do?
He's quick enough to dodge gunfire, skilled enough to defeat lizard people and the Justice League. In a newer suit, he could fire concussive pulse blasts and even outraced an intercontinental missile, which can reach speeds of up to 15,000 miles per hour. That's over 19 times the speed of sound.
Mach 19? Pretty impressive.
He's kind of a punk and doesn't have the amazing smarts or expertise of Batman Classic.
You don't quite have his magnificent brain, for instance. You do have his heart, though.
Maybe not, but he has accomplished feats equal to his predecessor, like fighting Superman and ending the Joker threat once and for all. Clearly, Terry McGinnis has more than earned the title of Batman.
You're pretty strong for some clown who thinks he's Batman.
I am Batman.
Batman! Go get him, Terry! Punch him in the... Okay, damn him, Leo.
So, here's an unfortunate spoiler. The year 2099 kinda sucks.
Plagued by a massive civil war between humans and mutants, the world fell into a dystopian ruin of violence and anarchy. The heroic age had come to an end.
But some people still wanted a sequel.
Enter Miguel O'Hara, a child prodigy turned super genius with a penchant for genetic tinkering.
Miguel's skills landed him a job at one of the biggest companies in the world.
Wait, he's the CEO of Alchemax?
Where he got to work trying to rebuild one of the greatest heroes
I didn't think he was CEO.
Spider-Man.
Specifically, he attempted to replicate the DNA of Peter Parker, the original Spider-Man. But like most of the 21st century superheroes, not much remained of Parker outside of stories and legend. Miguel had to build his experiment from scratch, starting with a single, simple spider.
Unfortunately, Alchemax didn't have the greatest job security. After a lot of bad blood and some spilled blood, Miguel wound up accidentally getting a dose of his own creepy-crawly project,
transforming him into the Spider-Man of 2099.
Spider-Man isn't quite the same as your grandpappy's Spidey.
That's right.
Stanley,
yes. Superhuman strength, speed, durability, and improved healing, Miguel's powers are entirely different. Unlike Parker, he can't actually stick to any surface. He can still wall crawl, though, using retractable talons on his fingers and toes, which also make them fairly deadly weapons in a fight.
And he's got fangs like a vampire. If he bites you, he can inject a venom that can paralyze your whole body almost instantly. Also, he may not have Petey's trusty spider sense, but his sense of sight, smell, and hearing are supervised.
Edge of time! Edge of time!
See in the dark and make out far-off and fast-moving objects with ease.
Every time I see that gameplay, I get to yell Edge of time.
Cute. He wears tinted glasses to keep daylight from hurting his eyes.
Oh, like yeah, I forgot what that. Edge of time!
He can shoot webs from his hands.
Miguel
I just spat over my screen, yeah.
Devices on his wrists. He actually has organic spinnerets in his arms, which create and release thick, durable strings of webbing. Because they're natural, these strings are
also
identical to spider silk, with a tensile strength similar to steel.
Ew. Okay,
yeah, but see,
Spider-Man always
Terry can absorb that and do stuff with that.
I think Miguel would agree with you.
Well, yeah, one day he's just your average dweeb doing sciencey stuff like you, and the next he's got big lumps in his arms which shoot sticky stuff? Who wouldn't be weirded out?
Miguel saw his newfound power as a curse, a blight which turned him into an inhuman freak of nature.
But that didn't stop him from fighting crime, complete with his own Spidey suit.
His original costume was made from unstable molecules, allowing the use of his talons without tearing the fabric. He also wears a web-like cape made of light bite, which lets him glide through the air.
Whoa, light bright! I remember that. Man, do they still have that in the future? And did they find a way to stop you losing those little pegs?
Light bite.
Yeah, whatever. The suit looks pretty cool, so I hate to spoil the mood, but it's actually just a run-of-the-mill costume from a Day of the Dead festival. No, really.
Though after meeting the present-day Peter Parker, Miguel received a much-needed upgrade. His new suit contains synthesized unstable molecule fabric mixed with Kevlar.
I don't remember looking like that.
This suit can survive a shot from a howitzer artillery cannon. A common M777 military howitzer fires 92-pound shells at 2,200 feet per second. That hits with over 100 tons of force.
Miguel's even taken a hit from the Thing. A hit which shattered a tempered glass window and sent Miguel flying over 24 feet.
That's not a good
thing. The new suit has explosives, hologram projectors, infrared scanning, and
I like the hologram projectors.
And rocket boosters on the feet. Wait, that sounds familiar.
Miguel may be a genius, but he's at his best when he's working with his holographic assistant, Lila. Or the Lie-Rate Lifeform approximation.
She's basically like the future Alexa with a bunch of extra features.
So I guess since they have Bruce here, is Lila. I guess this is a lot closer than that would be actually.
Anyone would have a hard time trying to sneak up on future Spidey.
While Lila was originally built as a home appliance, she can be stored on Miguel's portable communicator. She can act as an onboard lie detector and do advanced calculations to the 20th decimal in a millisecond, which is
really
amazing.
In fact, Lila's appearance was based on Marilyn Monroe.
That was kind of obvious.
Not that anybody in 2099 seems to know who Marilyn Monroe was. Okay, seriously, how did they lose so much information in less than 100 years? Remember, kids, always back up your files. It'll prevent the apocalypse.
Well, lucky for them, Miguel got over his evil phase and started setting the future back on track. And he had the skills to do it.
He's quick enough to dodge gunfire, tough enough to take a shotgun blast to the chest, resilient enough to tank electric shocks, and strong enough to rip a 20-ton turret off a tank.
More than that, he helped another Spider-Man keep this giant building piece in place. What even is that?
Likely some sort of antenna, but it also resembles the mooring mast atop the Empire State Building.
Back when everybody thought Zeppelins were the hot new thing, because who doesn't like riding a giant flammable balloon full of explosive gas? Sign me up!
Everyone does.
It's composed of steel, and roughly estimating its size compared to the Spider-Man on the roof, then comparing the Empire State Building's mooring mast, this should weigh, at most, 200 tons.
Split in half is 100 tons.
And he proved it in the most epic way possible.
Dismembered Venom 2099.
Captain America, Miguel inherited the most legendary weapon of them all, Mjolnir.
Although Thor's hammer didn't actually grant him its warrior powers, Miguel didn't use it as a weapon, but as proof of his authority. A literal symbol of the societal weight he alone could carry. With his dominance asserted, Miguel created the utopian future a person could only dream of.
And you thought Peter Parker was cool. This Spider-Man is at the top.
Edge of time.
Spider-Man of the year 2099.
That's me, ready to save the universe and looking good while doing it.
Actually, that might not be the Edge of time. So I don't think it's Edge of time.
All right, the combatants are set.
Let's crap! I don't know.
Once and for all.
Yeah, but first. That's great. I'm skipping the ad, but I need. Okay. This is honestly a really close battle. After seeing 2099, I'm tempted to go with him. But you know, even though Edge of Time is one of my favorite games of all time. I love that game. I love Miguel. But you know, I have faith in DC. DC worked out for me last time. You know what? Terry, let's see what you got. I'm going with Terry. What kind of voice was that? Terry McGinnis. That's what I'm going with. Okay, that's my bet. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm going for. Okay, money's on Batman Beyond. Probably yes. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, Beyond. Every single time someone does this, Beyond always wins.
McGinnis, keep an eye out. I've been seeing some odd reports regarding this part.
Okay, that's not Wayne. What's up, Miguel?
Bozo! I was brooding there. Who the shock are you?
I think he stands there. Who's the shock? I love that. Well, where are we? Are we Gotham? I mean, ooh! I'm so excited. Come on, Batman! Batman Beyond! Terry!
Right back at you, Batty.
Taylor, you're an idiot.
Hey, Lila, get me a reading on this vampire guy, yeah?
Of course, Miguel. I can't identify his tech or fighting style, but I can try hacking his suit.
Oh! I'm not losing 2 death balls in a row. I'm not.
He's too comfortable in the air. Try a different approach. Get to ground level.
Good idea, Lucy. Punch in the face, please. Yes.
Damn, that hurt.
Does he got upgrade suits now? I was gonna upgrade suits.
Something's trying to hack your suit. Our new friend, no doubt.
How's the hack going?
Nowhere fast.
Get in close and finish this quick.
No problem. Can my fangs pierce his suit?
I think so.
Then I'll finish this myself.
Oh. Flashbang, come on. Come on, get him! Get him, Batman!
Lila!
Please!
And problem solved.
Yes!
That's one way to do it.
Batman didn't refute the stuff.
KO! I'll never get tired of seeing people blow up.
Yes,
it's such a blast!
Thanks to Bruce's counsel, Terry uses flashbang to take advantage of Miguel's sensitive eyesight, and his electric shock can sort out large machinery to deal with Lila.
Yeah, unlike Bruce, the poor girl wasn't really built for combat. And while her hacking skills were top-notch, the isolated Batcave had the defenses to hold her off.
Good point.
And still, Terry's stats edged out Miguel's in more ways than one.
When it came to maneuverability and durability, they were mostly even. Both could dodge bullets and leap through the air. Both could survive heavy ballistic hits. But unlike Terry, Miguel's never outraced anything faster than a Mark 19 ballistic missile.
For physical strength,
I mean,
Terry
what the shock kind of speed is that? I might stop doing that, but just showing what the shock is there with the crap.
Solitude near the Arctic.
What the shock
so the boulder was likely composed of sedimentary dark limestone, the most common rock type around that location. So we compared Terry's height to the boulder, applied the density for limestone, and subtracted the weight reduced by underwater buoyancy, to find the boulder's weight to be 192 tons.
And he tossed it aside like it was nothing. Terry's peak strength in the batsuit has to be more than 200 tons.
Assuming Miguel applied his fair share when holding up that
in half, 100
his best strength
tons.
feat we know of is at max 100 tons.
But he's a Spider-Man. Spider-Man can lift more than that, right?
No.
Not usually. Technically, Miguel's powers are so different from Peter's that we shouldn't really scale him to other Spider-Men. But for the benefit of the doubt, let's do it anyway.
We'll check out 2 of Spider-Man's most impressive strength feats. The first is the time he braced a private jet while it was landing. Look at him! He's literally the landing gear.
That's
According to Spider-Man himself, the plane's total weight was at most 115,000 pounds. Adding the thrust from a Whittle W1 engine, which this small jet is most likely to have an engine comparable to, this feat comes out to 58 tons.
Not even close to Terry's 200.
Batman wins that.
There
Batman
was
wins,
this one
but
time where Spidey had to push way past his limits to lift what he offhandedly compared to as a locomotive. Since he could measure the plane, it's likely he's accurate here, but given the time period, that's still only 130 tons at most.
It's clear Terry had a pretty sizable physical advantage. And just because Terry's mind wasn't as fine-tuned as the original Batman's didn't mean he's dumb.
Even more, Miguel never trained like Terry did. Hell, he never really had much formal training at all. But Terry was trained by ninjas, stealth artists, and other crime fighters to be a master in the battlefield. And since Miguel didn't have a spider sense, Terry just had to wait until the untrained future Spidey left an opening.
In short, while Miguel wasn't completely outmatched, Terry's superior strength, counseling, equipment, and training won the bout.
Turns out this Batman was beyond him.
The winner
that was
is
a great
Batman
fun.
Beyond.
Oh, yes. Yes, Batman Beyond.
Stick around,
Terry,
we're about to announce the combatants for the next death battle.
And if you want to watch exclusive commentary on this episode, click that little box over there and start a first membership trial.
Try to grab one of these shirts, too.
Ooh. Ooh. The battle? Who? What? What? Sephiroth? Was that Sephiroth? I can't tell. Virgil for Sephiroth? It is Virgil for Sephiroth! They just did it like... Then they just do... Oh, 1 minute melee just did that. Virgil for Sephiroth... I was not expecting that. Oh. What kind? I don't know what that was. Okay. Well, that was a great death battle. Next time, I'm super excited. Sephiroth from Final Fantasy and Virgil from... Devil May Cry. I don't know anything about it immediately. Yo, why isn't Virgil Marvel's Captain Infinite? Kind of salty about that. But yeah, 1 minute melee just did that, and they tied. Ooh, plot twist. I'm just saying, I'm cheering with Virgil. I freaking love Virgil. Virgil, and Sephiroth's okay. Sephiroth's okay for me. Okay, this was close death battle. I thought it was close. Wasn't that close. Yeah. Happy Choco win for me. Fitting that the only one I didn't know either of the characters in was the one I lost. Well, that was fantastic fun. I hope my new editing software can handle all this excitement in my wacky face. I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave feedback down in the comments. Watch that. I'll be like, yeah, the YouTube poop I just uploaded. Took me like total of 24 hours to make. I spent way too much time doing that. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.